Hey everyone, welcome to my video. It's TradinginDemand, and today I was just going to try to go over with you guys about some very simple strategies I've been watching. It's going to be a shorter video, but I hope you guys have some good takeaways and you guys could possibly implement this in your own trading. But before we start, as always, if you guys want to check out my Discord, it's free. I have my morning plans I try to post every day, my commentary, and just a little bit of everything. We have some people active. I have some stuff about delta profiles, order flow, auction market theory, all that stuff. If you guys want, it's in the description, and join if you want. It's free. But as I want to talk about, if you want to be successful, you can't be trading where everyone else is trading. You can't be trading in the value area. Value area is where most traders have been it's where it can either be 69, 68, 70, whatever you want to have it as, percentage of the trading volume that has occurred. These areas are just chopped usually. You just get chopped up. You can see over here just a big chop here, but as we move to these extremes, these edges you can call them, you can see that we're able to kind of get into the trade where there's either strong supports or strong resistance. You can see down here, we do have demand right here, but we're not gonna look at that because you don't need supply and demand for volume profile. You can see there's extreme here. There's a big old volume gap in the yearly. This is what this is. This is a weekly, this is a daily. But there's a big old gap in the yearly. And you could have easily saw we had this last week targeted. If we come down here and possibly cannot break lower than 3940 to 3920, this you can also use this if you wanted as market structure demand. And we also had a little bouncing here. This little area right here is all a good level to look into. It can easily be an extreme, it can easily be an edge. So you could have said, I want to target this area, and if we come down to this gap in volume on the yearly, then you could look to get long. We actually didn't go exactly where I thought. We didn't go exactly to this, but it depends on how your risk wants to be. If you want to get higher risk but be able to get more trades, you could easily, I'm not sure why it's not letting me, you could easily make these wider, just to give you a better idea. So we don't even need this one. Yeah, perfect. So you could easily, we have this edge here, get into the extreme, and that's a long. You're at a very good support. You're targeting your next extreme, possibly the previous value area high. Or you could have targeted, yeah, that would have been your target, previous value area high with the stop under 440, whatever you want to say. But that's not the big thing. The big thing I want to show you guys is how you guys can use this daily and how you guys can use this to help you in just to look at the market better. Alrighty, I went back a couple days, and I just want to explain to you guys the extremes of volume profile and why we actually look at them. So as you can see, as we move from the day, as we move for our day, we're going, we're moving, we're going. Say we balance around the point of control. Say we move up to value area high. This is an extreme. This is where sellers might be having orders sitting. These are the orders, the liquidity sitting, and they want to get in at the extreme where they're not gonna get chopped up in this noise all up here. They want to get in up here, the extreme. And when you drop down, say you come all the way down to this extreme, these are where you want to get in. This can be for a daily profile, weekly profile, whatever you want. And you have about an 80% chance of going from value area high to value area low. So if we take that same concept and we take it into weekly profiles or daily profiles, whatever you want to say, you can see here we had a previous value area high. Let me make this nice for you guys. That's current. Previous value area high. And you could have easily been, okay, we have this extreme up here, this extreme down here of the current week. It would have been here and here. But besides that, you could have easily targeted the previous value area high of the last week as being a support. And as we move in the market, we come to this extreme, we make a new extreme, and you can see this extreme is the same as for this week. So you could easily pull this back, and this extreme could have been used for the next week. But as I was saying, as we move from this extreme up here, you see volume tapers off. We have a big gap here. This gap here is just low liquidity. It means buyers or sellers can easily take charge, and they can easily move price in their desired direction. So as we made this extreme, you could have looked to get in here, but because we had no previous week up here, you couldn't really use that. You can't look in the future in the markets. You have to trade what you have now. But for this week here, you could have targeted, okay, we're up here, where can I get in? Well, if we break below the last week's value area high, plus this looks like this was a 15-minute demand here. This 15-minute demand, let me just, you don't have to use demand, supply and demand. Oh, wrong one. There is a 15-minute demand here. It kind of looks like we have support and resistance. You can see that by the wicks, we have buyers holding the market up and not letting it fall. As we made demand, market structure demand, you don't need that. You could have easily been like, okay, if volume area high of last week can hold, then we could possibly move back to this extreme. So you could have got in here at 39.19, 18, whatever you want to call it. Had your stop below the low of the day of that day or that week. It would have been that day right here. Easily got in there, targeted the extreme of the current week, and that would have been a decent little trade. You had no fall, no real risk or anything, all because you had the idea that if we can hold this value area high, then the market can easily move higher. And the key thing about holding the value area high, value area low, and the whole value area of the profile is this is where the market was sitting for a while. This is where we were comfortable, and if we're comfortable there, we usually, if we go back in there and we accept that comfortability, that able to just sit here and be happy here, then that means the market's probably going to balance more. But if we reject it, that means the market's ready to move higher. It is not ready to balance at this previous location, previous value area. And that can easily give us the idea that this previous value area high can be support. So as we held it, we move higher. And I'm just going to scroll a little bit. And you can see we use this same area. This is not just a one-time thing. This happens a lot. This one area where we had, let me go back so show you guys. This is 3 weeks. You could have used this one little area. That was an extreme. This extreme could be marked off. It held once, twice, and move farther. It was also used as support again. So these areas can be support and resistance. Now that we have this area up here, you can always change the size. It's probably better to have one size, so we can just copy and move. Boop. I like to have one size thing, so I can just copy like this. Boop. Erase drawing. And move this back. Oh no. And move this back over here. There we go. So I'll make it a little bigger. You're not trying to scalp here. If you're trying to swing trade these, you can easily swing trade these on the weekly basis or the daily. From here, you could have been in this trade. Where are we at? This would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of holding this trade where we just moved. Let me see. We moved from 39.13 to 40.56. That is a decent little move, and that's tons of points that you could have had all from using a simple strategy. You don't have to use the strategy. You can just look at it while you have your current one, and you could possibly think about implementing it. For me, I was trading the daily profiles. I was using the edges of the dailies, but I found this is not that reliable all the time. You have many low volume nodes. That's what these areas are, low volume nodes. You can see it goes from each profile. This is a low volume area. they're nice to have sometimes when you have a key level, like right here. This is a pretty key level area. Let me move this down. You can see we have an edge here. We have a low volume node here and a low volume node here. So now we have this extreme. This extreme is in yesterday's value area. So it's not the best. It's still balanced. If we can possibly move lower, who knows? What we want to focus on is the weekly. The daily is nice to see the market, how it's going from extreme to extreme, high to low. It is nice to have that. But the biggest thing I've noticed that helps out a lot is the weekly. These previous value area highs, lows, everything like this. This is what I've noticed helps out the most. I'm being very repetitive, but it's just how you guys see it. You can also see it from here. So we have, some people, they will come in here, wrong one, and they have the whole balance. This is the balance area. This is our balance. This is the same thing as using these extremes. We want to trade these extremes, but it's easier to see it on these weekly profiles. I had this on a 6 hour. You can run it whenever or whatever you want. But it's very simple and a very good strategy that I have been looking to use. I have been using it, not in real money, sadly. Next week, I am going real money, Monday to starting Monday. I feel pretty confident in myself, and I want to make more videos like this to show you guys these simple strategies that help out a lot. I would recommend, if you do want to use the strategy, my Discord, very great spots, the advanced resources. You can come on here. I have a bunch of stuff talking about volume delta, volume profile, and this little right here, the random videos. This is why I would recommend you guys come and check it out. These videos are great. They're kind of like mine, where they tell you the basics. My drawing is a little nicer, you know. This is basically what you're gonna see in these other videos, stuff like this. And I would recommend just going through all of this when you have time and just watching it, learning, do it all you can. That's the best way to learn. That's the best way to do it. You have to do it yourself. And I believe simple stuff like these strategies I'm gonna try start sharing can make anyone a decent trader, or anyone that wants a swing trade and not be very big into the market. You can trade these edges and these extremes. Even the levels, if you want to have these levels, the current value high, I recommend having those, because they're just very simple support and resistance areas, but shown on a different way as by using the profiles. But yeah, besides that, that's really all I want to say. I can share these levels here, these 4085 seller. The reason I got for sellers is because every time we came up here and touched it, we were not able to hold above, and we were getting rejected. We did move here once, and we did move to that day's extreme, so you could have looked to get there, but we also moved to that week's extreme in the same day. So it's all about how you want to trade, because you could easily copy this. Look. Oh wait, we're not exactly. Let me move down a little bit. Yeah, see, we came and touched it perfectly. It's all about just trading the extremes and seeing how the days kind of relate and how they kind of can be used together. Because the market is not just day by day. The market is year by year, week by week. It is how the market moves. And once you can understand that, the whole market kind of changes for you. And it makes it very simple to see how we are rotating from highs to lows, extremes to extremes. I have some more videos on this type of subject. I'm gonna make more in the future when I have time. But yeah, I just want to make you guys a very simple video and just talk about some simple strategies I've been looking at myself. But yeah, make sure you check out the Discord. I'm doing a bunch of stuff in there. I'm getting the 3D printing, getting in more about real money, talking about my thought process. And if you guys want, I can make you guys a little area. If you guys want to be active, you guys can journal, do whatever you need. But I hope everyone has a great day, and peace.